What are your thoughts on Bowen so far? I know we're just kind of digging in
Yeah.
for the first time.
So a couple things. For one, when you can add someone with upside, right? A lottery ticket type, that's always fun to do because there's no risk, right? Worst case scenario is he doesn't pan out. You've lost nothing. You've invested little into him. You've invested nothing into him. But I did read, and I don't know who it was, or I think it was a tweet that said he was the best athlete in the Mariner system. And so when you have that as a trait, I feel like that makes the ceiling that much higher. Where's the floor here? The floor is a guy that won't ever do anything. Like he won't make it to a double A ball. But the Twins have done a really, really good job with getting pitchers from not the big five, right? Not the Power Five schools. And UNC-Pembroke is an excellent example.
Awesome. Yeah, really good. Perfect.
Where you've unearthed a 6'3" athletic dude who can throw at 98, and anything that you can get out of that is going to be the cherry on top of this. So is he going to slot into the end of the top 30? Probably, right? But I mean, you get a top 40 prospect, 22-year-old, that has upside. I think you take that. And like, was this a deal breaker? I wonder how these names get into trades. Right?
I know. I feel like it's like a list, right? And they're like, you can take one of these guys, and it's a list of like 3 names or 5 names from a certain subsection of their system.
Yeah. Or the Twins are like, hey, we want this Bowen kid in the minors. Like, you're gonna have him.
Okay.
Right. So I just it's interesting. He'll be an A ball, and he's gonna have to not walk people. But if he can throw 98 right now, and now you refine his skills a little bit, and all of a sudden you have this 6'3", 180-pound athlete throwing 102.
Yeah,
that changes things.
I don't know about 102. So
if he's a starting pitcher right now, and all of a sudden you shorten him up and he starts just throwing gas,
sure,
why not?
Sure, that's real. Yeah, I think the thing that I'm interested in with him is he doesn't exactly fit that Twins draft profile in that area of the draft, right? Because what they've done, and like we talked a bit about the Cedar Rapids rotation, is take guys from smaller schools, like you mentioned, that have something interesting with a view to adding velocity. He already has pretty solid velocity, even if his fastball is sitting like 94, 95, or 93 to 96 range. Really good IVB at the top of the zone. Like, there's definitely some really interesting traits there. Again,
he gave up 2 home runs in 55 innings.
It's a homerish take, but I really back the Twins developmental folks when targeting guys, and I think that's fair given their success, especially in recent drafts. So I'm also really curious if he was a guy they were potentially interested in this 2022 draft, and it just didn't pan out for whatever reason. I don't exactly remember who the Twins' 13th round pick was in 2022. I'm sure it was a pitcher.
You don't have that committed to memory?
I don't.
You guys gotta have that committed to memory.
It's a struggle.
Gotta go to Baseball Reference to find everything.
For me, like 55 innings, he made 15 starts. He did walk 25, which is too many. 2 home runs, 36 hits.
Huh?
Like his opponent batting average was 182. Like there's certainly things to like in the profile, whether the Twins liked him out of college or not. And
100%.
I don't want to spoil this, but for Tom's next thing that he's doing that I'm going to contribute to, it's a focus on what pitchers.
Better hurry up.
What I know, what pitchers can do, right? What guys can do, and what he can do is throw fire.
Yep.
So the Twins actually made a very smart selection in the 13th round of the 2022 draft. It was C.J. Culpepper.
Okay.
I think anyone's going to argue that.
He's the top 10. He's the top 10 guy in the system now.